What are the characteristics features of a living individuals? So they made up of cells, they can respire, they can metabolize, they require nutrient for their growth, they respond to a external stimulus. Good evening. My name is Rana Dhali. I completed my master's degree from Nagar Government College. Now I worked at Zoological Survey of India as a junior research fellow. I am here on behalf of AminoBuddies. So today I am going to discuss a topic which is entitled as biology and life. So these two words, biology and life. So there is a very good connection between these two words. So how they are connected and what are the relationship between them? So today I am discussing about this. So I am begin with the concept of life. So you all have a little bit idea about life. So when I was a child, I wrote a paragraph on the aim of my life. So on that time I wrote that I want to become a cricketer, I want to become a pilot, I want to become a doctor, a professor, etc. So why I am saying that, which is because of, but in reality the life means now, the life means the presence, the life means the existence. So now I am discussing this topic and you guys are listening. So we are alive. So life means the existence of an individual. We are the living organisms. The life means the living individuals that differs from non-living things. So what are the characteristics features of a living individuals? So they made up of cells, they can respire, they can metabolize, they require nutrient for their growth, they respond to a external stimulus. So there are two types of lives are there. One is cellular life and the other is non-cellular life. So what is cellular life? Cellular life is that when the living organism composed of cells. So there are two types of cellular lives there. One is called unicellular life and the other is multicellular life. What is unicellular life? So when there is a presence of a single cell, this is called unicellular. The examples are like bacteria, the fungus, the algae, these are all unicellular. But what is multicellular? The multicellular means there is a presence of more than a single cell. Okay, so these cells, so it's a combine of many number of cells. So these cells are organized to form a tissue, and the tissue is more or more organized to form an organ, and the whole organ system are developed through it. So this is the basic concept. So what are the examples of multicellular life? Like we, the human beings, the animals and the plants. These are all the examples of a multicellular life. And in other part, what is non-cellular life? The non-cellular life is that when there is a lack of cells or absence of cells. So what are the examples? The examples are like the virus and viroids. So what is virus? So virus is a particle, it's an infectious particle that made up of nucleic acid like DNA or RNA, and a protein coat is also there. So virus can replicate inside the host cell or a host body, but outside the host cell the virus is just like a particle, nothing else. There are mainly two types of viruses there. One is the DNA virus and the other is the RNA virus. So you all know about in recent time the novel coronavirus is very much pandemic throughout the world, and this is very much infectious. It's almost killed about 6,80,000 people all over the world. So this virus is very much infectious. So in other side, the viroids. What is viroids? Viroids is almost similar to virus, but in case of viroid, the protein coating is absent. So in other side, the nucleic acid is there, like DNA or RNA. Virus is mainly a single stranded RNA is there in case of viroids. But in case of virus, it lives inside the host cell, the host organisms is, in case of viroids, is plants. But in case of virus, the host bodies, mammals, in human being, plants and else. So other than virus and viroids, there are similar kinds of particles is there. And the particle is, we can say, prions or prions. Prions is also a particle, but prions is a proteinaceous infectious particle. But in case of prions, there is no presence of a nucleic acid like DNA or RNA. It is also infectious. So this is the basic concept of life. But I am starting this topic for discussing about the biology and life. Then what is biology? The term biology first invented by Aristotle. You all know about Aristotle, who is a Greek philosopher. He is also known for the father of biology. Then what is biology? Now, what is the science behind biology? The biology is a natural science that studies the that studies the life and living organisms, which included, there are several factors, entities, like their physical structure, their molecular interaction, their chemical processes, their physiological mechanisms, their growth and development, their adapting ability, and their evolutionary processes. So this is the factor of biology. This is the part of biology. When we describe the science behind biology, we have to describe all of this. But the term life. So what is the process of origin of a new individual? So how a new life, a new individual is originated? So before I am going to this part, so what I will say, which is all about eukaryotic aspect, like in case of mammals, human being, etc. I am not talking about the plants and bacteria and fungus like prokaryotes. So in humans and in other mammals, so how a new individuals is developed or evolved from his parents? For this part, we should know the concept of gametes. What is gametes? Gametes is an individual's reproductive cell. So there are two types of individuals are there. One is called as the male individuals and the other is the female individuals. In male individuals, the male gametes are called as sperm, and in female gametes are called as the ovum. The process of formation or development of sperm is called as the spermatogenesis, and the process of development and formation of ovum is called as oogenesis. After that, the formation of sperm and ovum, these two are fused together and to form a newly made structure, cellular structure, which is called as zygote, and the cellular form is known as a zygotic cell. And the process of fusion of both sperm and ovum is called as fertilization. After the successful fertilization of sperm and ovum, the zygote will formed. So after zygote is formed, it then divide. The cell is then divided, and several processes happened. The division of cell occurs. Then the first form which developed is known as the blastomere. The blastomere is more compact to form as morula, and this morula is more compact to form as blastula, and the process is known as the blastulation, and the process of division of cell is known as the cleavage. There are many types of cleavage out there. In different individuals, the cleavage is different, and the process of division is also different in individual to individual. It varies. So after the blastulation is over, so I am talking about all the steps. This all happened in the early embryonic phase. The embryo is a early stage of development. So then after the blastula is formed, the cell become moved and it's changed its shape. It changed its shape to a newly formed structure, newly formed look. This formed is known as the gastrula, and there are formation of three separate different germ layers. The outer layer is called as ectoderm, the inner layer is called as endoderm, and the middle layer is called as mesoderm. So this formation of three germ layers is known as gastrula, and the movement of cell and changed the shape, and the whole process, the whole formation is known as the morphogenetic movement. So after the separation or formation of these three germ layers, the organs are developed, like the development of eye, the development of brain, the development of limbs, and the several other parts, the development of reproductive organs and else. So about gametes, so I end with the process of organogenesis, the development of organ. So after the birth, there are several times the male and female individual, they will meet, and the whole process is going through. The whole process from gametes to organ, the development of organ. This is a cycling process. This will happen after and after and after. So from where I start? I start about the biological processes, the steps of biology. The steps, like in every biological system, there are several processes there. Firstly, I am saying that their physical structure, their chemical processes, their molecular interaction, their physiological mechanism, their growth and development, their adapting ability, and the process of evolutions. So after birth, the individuals go through all the process. So from the process of development to birth, and after that all the process go through, and it's running very fast. So after birth, their physical structure will develop, all the hands, legs, hairs, and everything is very individuals to individuals. Then their chemical processes, then after their molecular interactions, like their folding of proteins and the other factors, like their chemical processes, mainly their biochemical mechanisms, biochemical processes, like we all know about the different cycles like PCS cycles, and they are all the glycolysis, glycogenesis, neoglucogenesis. So all the biological processes, this is the chemical processes I am saying. And other side, there is their physiological mechanisms, like their nervous system, their digestive system, their excretory system, their respiratory system. Now all the systems will develop, and it will goes up to death. So in biology, and life, these two aspects, from the origin of individuals and its development to up to death, all the process is very much connected with each other. So each and every life, they will definitely go through all the biological processes. So this is how we can easily connect it, that biology to a life, the biology to a living individuals. So the life means the knowledge of the origin of the living organisms, the living individuals. So this is how we easily connect our life and our biological system. So This is all about what I am trying to say in today's topic. So I hope this session will help you for your further studies, and thank you very much.